Good afternoon, Hotline.
Mayor Sean Hennessey, how are you?
Sean, how are you?
Doing well, sir. I'm doing well. I just figured I'd call in, day before election, just chat with you for a little bit. I know we only have a couple minutes left, but I had a chance to run out of the office here for just a few minutes to drop some absentees off, so I figured I'd give you a call, see how you've been.
Good. How's business down at the Board of Elections? Pretty good?
Things are absolutely crazy right now, Jeff. we're having a lot of fun, though. I mean, this is really kind of like Christmas to us, you know. It's been
you're an expert on elections. Answer me a question. Why is it that in all these other states where they spread the voting out over a 2-week period, people are waiting in line 5 hours? I mean, in Watertown, you don't wait 5 minutes because we have plenty of polling places, but I don't get it. What are they doing in these other states that makes it so difficult to go vote?
I don't know. I really don't know, Jeff. But I do know, you know, people call our office all the time asking if we do early voting here in the state.
And we don't.
And we don't. But we, you know, technically we don't. But we somewhat do. If people are going to be out of state or out of the area, not able to vote, they can vote absentee in the office some 3 weeks prior to the election. So
right, they could stop in today and vote.
Absolutely.
But they have to sign an application saying they expect to be out of the county tomorrow.
Exactly. They'll let us know that they're going to be out of the county, and
they don't have to actually be. They just have to expect to be.
They're signing a document saying that they will be, so we hope they're being truthful. But as I was saying, you know, that happens probably 3 weeks prior. One thing I wanted to mention, Mayor, if you don't mind, we noticed on the state website that they're still calling out the fairgrounds site.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. You moved it, right?
Did actually. Let me take you on speaker, Jeff, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I was just driving in park now, but no, we did. We moved that actually to St. Anthony's. So if people go online and they check there and they see the fairgrounds, I hope you can get the word out that that actually is the move.
Now, maybe you put a sign down there. It's a fairgrounds direct.
We actually will, but we want to make sure that you have a lot of listeners that listen to your show.
Are there any other changes in polling places?
Yes, there were. There's a couple actually that come to mind. One is in the south side, I think, of your listening area, but one is over in DeFerriot. We had at the DeFerriot, I think it was a community center. We moved it from there to the DeFerriot Fire Hall, which is really right down the street. And there was also another move in Oxbow. We moved the site from Oxbow over to Antwerp. So those are the three sites I think that are most prominent, I guess.
All right. Any idea how many people will vote here? About 30,000 or so?
Oh, I tell you, it's going to be a big turnout, Jeff. We're hoping. We put a lot of time into this. We've been prepping for this for the better half of 2 months now, training inspectors and training BMB inspectors. We have a new voting machines in our, in the sites now. So, it's going to be a big year, I think, for everybody.
You got these new machines for disabled voters, right?
Exactly, Jeff, exactly. Yeah, there's the new BMD machines, new ballot marking devices in the sites, and it's mostly for for the disabled part of our community. We're hoping that everyone that goes out, utilizes the old lever machines.
This is the last year for the lever machines.
Well, we just actually got word, and maybe this is breaking news, but we had just got news a short while ago that the lever machines are probably going to be in place for the primary next year in September. They're going to be, at least. They actually are. So the company that was Sittest, the company that was certified.
With all due respect to these pinheads in Albany, we can't do anything right in this state. But why can't we just go back to mark a piece of paper and hand it in?
Virtually that's what we're doing next year, Jeff. It's kind of funny you mention that because next year the able-bodied community, once the lever machine is put to bed, able-bodied people are going to come into the polls, check in the same way they have before, hand it a piece of paper.
Huh.
So, and then you go into a little area, kind of like in a bank, where you'd have walls where you can mark your ballot and basically feed it into a scanner, and that's it.
Yeah. Now, can I still get a cupcake at my polling place?
You most certainly can. In fact, we've expanded the bake sales that are going on around the county, and so you can get great pastries and things that I think everybody's been expecting for election day. So.
All right. So tomorrow's like Christmas for people like us, isn't it?
It really is. This has just been a lot of fun. I don't see the listeners know I'm involved in politics here, and
I know. I'm going to get in front of that TV. I'll be, watching all night probably, even tonight.
Yeah, well, we'll be pretty crazy at the Board of Elections, but I hope you do decide. The Democrats are going to be over at the Italian American Club tomorrow, and I just was listening to your show, and I know you said you might not stop by, but we'd love to have you. And it's going to be a big night, not just for Democrats, but I think for people across the state. I think it's
I'm not going to run into Ted Ford, am I?
You might. I think it's a pretty big chance that you might actually run into them. But we'll be there probably starting at 8, so if people would like to come by and visit, we'd love to have you. And again, we open the invitation to yourself, Jeff, or Mayor, and anyone else would like to come, okay?
Sounds great. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks for taking the time to chat. Take care.
I know.
Bye.
Yeah, I meant to mention that earlier. You folks who live in District 15-3, I believe it is. Now, that's over in the West Main Street, Summer Street area, all of that, and it stretches over by the fairgrounds and the far west side of the city. And 15-4, I believe. In the last couple of years, you've been voting over at the fairgrounds, across from the arena. No more. You're back at St. Anthony's, the former St. Anthony's School. So St. Anthony's for you West Enders. Just don't forget that tomorrow. We don't want you to miss out. Good afternoon, Hotline.
Hey, how are you, sir?
Good.